Shalom, good morning. Welcome to the study. We're going to continue the final part of Parshah B'midbar, which is number chapter 3 and part of chapter 4, 20 verses in chapter 4. That's what we're going to be reading today. And this is the final part of the first Parshah in the book of B'midbar. So this week we just started the book of B'midbar, and now we're looking at the last part in the first Parshah, chapter 3 and 4. And we have been reading about Yahweh counting or having a census of the people who could serve in the army. And then we read about how they were, the order of them camping of the camp. And now we're going to look at Yahweh giving the Levites their job, their task, what they were going to do, their responsibilities, what they had to take care of. So that's what we're going to be looking at today in chapter 3. So we'll say the blessing and we'll begin. Baruch hu et Yahweh hamborak, Baruch Yahweh hamborak l'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikohanim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Yahweh noten haTorah. Amen. Okay. Let's share the screen and then you can follow along. Here we go. So B'midbar, or Numbers, chapter 3, verse 1. These are the generations of Aharon and Moshe when Yahweh spoke with Moshe on Mount Sinai. And these are the names of the sons of Aharon: Nadab the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aharon, the anointed priest, whom he ordained to act as priests. And Nadab and Abihu had died before Yahweh when they brought strange fire before Yahweh in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. So Eleazar and Ithamar acted as priests in the presence of Aharon their father. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and set them before Aharon the priest, and they shall serve him, and shall guard his duty and the duty of all the congregation before the tent of meeting, to do the service of the dwelling place. And they shall guard all the furnishings from the tent of meeting, and the duty of the children of Israel, to do the service of the dwelling place. And you shall give the Levites to Aharon his son. They are the given ones, given to him from among the children of Israel. And appoint Aharon and his sons, and they shall guard their priesthood. And the stranger who comes near shall be put to death. So I read the first 10 verses. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ואלה תולדות אהרון ומשה, ביום דיבר אדוני את משה בהר סיני. ואלה שמות בני אהרון, הבכור נדב, ואביהו אלעזר ואיתמר. אלה שמות בני אהרון הכהנים המשוחים, אשר מילא ידם לכהן. וימות נדב ואביהו לפני אדוני, בהקריבם אש זרה לפני אדוני במדבר סיני, ובנים לא היו להם. ויכהן אלעזר ואיתמר על פני אהרון אביהם. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, הקרב את מטה לוי, והעמדת אותו לפני אהרון הכהן, ושרתו אותו. ושמרו את משמרתו ואת משמרת כל העדה לפני אוהל מועד, לעבוד את עבודת המשכן. ושמרו את כל כלי אוהל מועד, ואת משמרת בני ישראל, לעבוד את עבודת המשכן. ונתת את הלוויים לאהרון ולבניו, נתונים המה לו מאת בני ישראל. ואת אהרון ואת בניו תפקוד, ושמרו את כהונתם, והזר הקרב יומת.
Okay. So we stopped right here on verse 10. Okay. And we had here the word Natan. Right? Natan. So saying that he's going to give, he shall give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. And Natan means like as a gift. Okay, so he's giving them to him as a gift. So basically meaning that they were meant to take care, right, of the Cohen. So Israel takes care of the Levites. The Levites take care of the Cohen, right? So it's a perfect order, perfect structure. Okay, and it was a gift from Yahweh, right? From his greatness and his goodness. Let's look at verse 11. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Now look, I myself have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of every firstborn who opens the womb among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine, because all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I struck all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim, I set apart to myself all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast, they are mine. I am Yahweh. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, Register the children of Levi by their fathers' houses, by their clans. Register every male from a month old and above. I read to 15. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור. ואני הנה לקחתי את הלוויים מתוך בני ישראל, תחת כל בכור פטר רחם מבני ישראל, והיו לי הלוויים. כי לי כל בכור, ביום הכותי כל בכור בארץ מצרים, הקדשתי לי כל בכור בישראל, מאדם עד בהמה, לי יהיו אני אדוני. וידבר אדוני אל משה במדבר סיני לאמור, פקוד את בני לוי לבית אבותם למשפחותם, כל זכר מבין חודש ומעלה תפקדם. ויפקוד.
Okay. All right. And verse 16. So Moshe registered them according to the word of Yahweh, as he had been commanded. And these were the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon, Gehath, and Merari. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their clans, Libni and Shimi. And the sons of Gehath by their clans, Amram, Yishar, Hebron, and Uthiel. And the sons of Merari by their clans, Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites by their fathers' houses. From Gershon came the clan of the Libnites and the clan of the Shemites. These were the clans of the Gershonites. Their registered ones, according to the number of all the males from a month old and above, their registered ones were 7,500. The clans of the Gershonites were to camp westward behind the dwelling place, and the leader of the father's house of the Gershonites, Elisab, son of Lael. And the duty of the children of Gershon in the tent of meeting was the dwelling place, and the tent with its covering, and the covering of the door of the tent of meeting, and the screens of the courtyard, and the covering of the door of the courtyard, which is around the dwelling place, and the altar, and their cords, according to all its service. Okay, I read 26. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
אותם משה על פי אדוני כאשר צווה. ויהיו אלה בני לוי בשמותם, גרשון וקהת ומררי. ואלה שמות בני גרשון למשפחותם, לבני ושמעי. ובני קהת למשפחותם, עמרם ויצהר, חברון ועוזיאל. ובני מררי למשפחותם, מחלי ומושי. אלה הם משפחות הלוי לבית אבותם. לגרשון משפחת הלבני ומשפחת השמעי. אלה הם משפחות הגרשוני. פקודיהם במספר כל זכר מבין חודש ומעלה, פקודיהם 7,500. משפחות הגרשוני אחרי המשכן יחנו ימה. ונשיא בית אב לגרשוני אליסף בן לאל. ומשמרת בני גרשון באוהל מועד, המשכן והאוהל, מכסהו ומסך פתח אוהל מועד, וקלעי החצר, ואת מסך פתח החצר, אשר על המשכן ועל המזבח סביב, ואת מיתריו לכל עבודתו.
Okay. And verse 27. And from Kehath came the clan of the Amorites, and the clan of the Yisharites, and the clan of the Yevanites, and the clan of the Uthielites. These were the clans of the Kehites. In number, all the males from a month old and above were 8,600, guarding the duty of the set-apart place. The clans of the children of Kehath were to camp on the south side of the dwelling place, and the leader of the father's house of the clans of the Kehites was Elisaphan, son of Uthiel, and their duty was the ark, and the table, and the lampstand, and the altars, and the utensils of the set-apart place, used in the service, and the covering, and all its service. And Eleazar, son of Aharon the priest, was to be chief over the leaders of the Levites, with oversight of those who guard the duty of the set-apart place. From Merari came the clan of the Mahalites and the clan of the Mushites. These were the clans of the Merari. And the number of the registered ones, all the males from a month old and above, were 6,200. I read to 34. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ולקהת משפחת העמרמי ומשפחת היצהרי ומשפחת החברוני ומשפחת העוזיאלי. אלה הם משפחות הקהתי. במספר כל זכר מבין חודש ומעלה, 8,600 שומרי משמרת הקודש. משפחות בני קהת יחנו על ירך המשכן תימנה, ונשיא בית אב למשפחות הקהתי אליספן בן עוזיאל. ומשמרתם הארון והשולחן והמנורה והמזבחות וכלי הקודש אשר ישרתו בהם, והמסך וכל עבודתו. ונשיא נשיאי הלוי אלעזר בן אהרון הכהן, פקודת שומרי משמרת הקודש. למררי משפחת המחלי ומשפחת המושי, אלה הם משפחות מררי, ופקודיהם במספר כל זכר מבין חודש ומעלה 6,200.
Okay. Chapter 3, verse 35. And the leader of the father's house of the clan of Merari was Uriel, son of Abihail. These were to camp on the north side of the dwelling place, and the appointed duty of the children of Merari was the boards of the dwelling place, and its bars, and its columns, and its sockets and its utensils, and all its service, and the columns of the courtyard all around with their sockets and their pegs and their cords. And those who were to camp before the dwelling place on the east, before the tent of meeting, were Moshe and Aharon and his sons, guarding the duty of the set-apart place and the duty of the children of Israel. But the stranger who came near was to be put to death. All the registered ones of the Levites, whom Moshe and Aharon registered at the command of Yahweh by their clans, all the males from a month old and above, were 22,000. And Yahweh said to Moshe, register all the firstborn males of the children of Israel from a month old and above, and take the number of their names. Okay, I read to verse 40. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ונשיא בית אב למשפחות מררי, אוריאל בן אביחיל, על ירך המשכן יחנו צפונה. ופקודת משמרת בני מררי, קרשי המשכן, ובריחיו ועמודיו ועדניו, וכל כליו וכל עבודתו. ועמודי חסר סביב ואדניהם, ושדותם ומיתריהם. והחונים לפני המשכן קדמה, לפני אוהל מועד מזרחה, משה ואהרון ובניו, שומרים משמרת המקדש למשמרת בני ישראל, והזר הקרב יומת. כל פקודי הלוויים אשר פקד משה ואהרון על פי אדוני למשפחותם, כל זכר מבין חודש ומעלה 22.
Okay, one more verse, verse 40.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה, פקוד כל בכור זכר לבני ישראל מבין חודש ומעלה, ושא את מספר שמותם.
Okay. Verse 41. And you shall take the Levite for me. I am Yahweh. Instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites, instead of all the firstborn among the livestock of the children of Israel. And Moshe registered all the firstborn among the children of Israel, as Yahweh had commanded him. And all the firstborn males by the number of names from 1 month old and above of the registered ones were 22,273. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites instead of their livestock, and the Levites shall be mine. I am Yahweh. And for the ransom of the 273 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, who are more than the number of Levites, you shall take 5 shekels for each one, head by head. Take it by the shekel of the set-apart place, the shekel of 20 gerahs. And you shall give the silver, the ransom of those who are in excess among them, to Aharon and his sons. And Moshe took the ransom silver from those who were over and above those who were ransomed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the children of Israel, he took the silver, 1,365 pieces, according to the shekel of the set-apart place. And Moshe gave their ransom silver to Aharon and his son, according to the word of Yahweh, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. Well, I read to the end of chapter 3. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
ולקחת את הלוויים לי אני אדוני תחת כל בכור בבני ישראל, ואת בהמת הלוויים תחת כל בכור בבהמת בני ישראל. ויפקוד משה כאשר ציווה אדוני אותו את כל בכור בבני ישראל. ויהי כל בכור זכר במספר שמות מבין חודש ומעלה לפקודיהם 22,370. וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, קח את הלוויים תחת כל בכור בבני ישראל, ואת בהמת הלוויים תחת בהמתם, והיו לי הלוויים אני אדוני. ואת פדויי 73 וה200 העודפים על הלוויים מבכור בני ישראל, ולקחת 5 שקלים לגולגולת, בשקל הקודש תיקח 20 גרה השקל, ונתת הכסף לאהרון ולבניו פדויי העודפים בהם. ויקח משה את כסף הפדיון מאת העודפים על פדויי הלוויים, מאת בכור בני ישראל לקח את הכסף 65,300 בשקל הקודש. ויתן משה את כסף הפדויים לאהרון ולבניו על פי אדוני, כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה.
Okay. And so just to kind of go back to look at this really quick. So that last part can seem a little bit confusing, but basically there is a Levite, there's supposed to be a Levite representing every firstborn among the children of Israel. Right? But there are more firstborn in the other tribes of Israel than there are Levites. Right? Verse 46. Verse 46. And for the ransom of the 273 of the firstborn of the Israel who are more than the number of Levites. Okay, so there's 273 more than the Levites, so they had to give 5 shekels to ransom themselves. Okay? So that's basically what that last part was about. So we're going to go right into chapter 4. We're going to read 20 verses in chapter 4, and that's the end of the Torah portion. So chapter 4, verse 1. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, Take a census of the sons of Kehath from among the children of Levi, by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work in the tent of meeting. This is the service of the sons of Kehath in the tent of meeting, the most set apart matters. At the breaking of camp, Aharon and his sons shall come, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of the witness with it, and shall put on it a covering of fine leather, and spread over that an all blue wrapper, and shall insert its poles. And on the table of showbread they shall spread a blue wrapper, and shall put on it the dishes, and the ladles, and the bowls, and the jars for pouring, and the showbread on it. And they shall spread over them a scarlet wrapper, and cover the same with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take a blue wrapper, and cover the lampstand of the light with its lamps, and its snuffers, and its trays, and all its oil vessels by which they serve it. And they shall put it with all its utensils in a covering of fine leather, and put it on the bar. Okay, I read the verse 10. Let's hear that in the Hebrew. Let's see. Let me get that up. Okay.
פרק ד'. וידבר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון לאמור, נשאו את ראש בני קהת מתוך בני לוי למשפחותם לבית אבותם, מבין 30 שנה ומעלה ועד בין 50 שנה, כל בעל הצבא לעשות מלאכה באוהל מועד. זאת עבודת בני קהת באוהל מועד, קודש הקודשים. ובא אהרון ובניו בנסוע המחנה, והורידו את פרוכת המסך, וכיסובה את ארון העדות. ונתנו עליו כיסוי עור תחש, ופרסו בגד כליל תכלת מלמעלה, ושמו בדיו. ועל שולחן הפנים יפרסו בגד תכלת, ונתנו עליו את הקערות ואת הכפות ואת המנקיות ואת כסות הנסך, ולחם התמיד עליו יהיה. ופרסו עליהם בגד תולעת שני, וכיסו אותו במכסה עור תחש, ושמו את בדיו. ולקחו בגד תכלת, וכיסו את מנורת המאור ואת נרותיה, ואת מלקחיה ואת מחסותיה, ואת כל כלי שמנח אשר ישרתו לך בהם. ונתנו אותך ואת כל כליה אל מכסה עור תחש, ונתנו על המות.
Okay. Verse 10, we're going to continue with verse 11. And over the golden altar they shall spread a blue wrapper, and cover it with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles, and shall take all the utensils of service with which they serve in the set apart place, and shall put them in a blue wrapper, cover them with a covering of fine leather, and put them on a bar, and shall remove the ashes from the altar and spread a purple wrapper over it, and shall put on it all its utensils by which they serve there, the fire holders, the forks, and the shovels, and the basins, and all the utensils of the altar, and shall spread on it a covering of fine leather, and insert its poles. And when Aharon and his sons have finished covering the set apart objects and all the furnishings of the set apart place at the breaking of camp, then the sons of Kehath shall come to lift them. But let them not touch that which is set apart, lest they die. These matters are the burden of the sons of Kehath in the tent of meeting. And the oversight of Eleazar, son of Aharon the priest, is the oil for the light and the sweet incense, and the daily grain offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the dwelling place and all that is in it, with the set apart place and its furnishings. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, do not cut off the tribe of the clans of the Kehites from among the Levites, but do this to them, and they shall live and not die when they approach the most set apart object. Aharon and his sons shall go in and appoint each of them to his service and his burden. They are not, however, to go in to watch while the set apart objects are being covered, lest they die. Here to verse 20.
ועל מזבח הזהב יפרסו בגד תכלת, וכיסו אותו במכסה עור כחש, ושמו את בדיו. ולקחו את כל כלי השרת אשר ישרתו בם בקודש, ונתנו אל בגד תכלת, וכיסו אותם במכסה עור כחש, ונתנו על המות. ודישנו את המזבח, ופרסו עליו בגד ארגמן, ונתנו עליו את כל כליו אשר ישרתו עליו בהם, את המחטות, את המזלגות, ואת היעים, ואת המזרקות, כל כלי המזבח, ופרסו עליו כסוי עור תחש, ושמו בדיו. וכילה אהרון ובניו לכסות את הקודש, ואת כל כלי הקודש בנסוע המחנה, ואחרי כן יבואו בני קהת לשאת, ולא יגיעו אל הקודש ומתו. אלה מסע בני קהת באוהל מועד. ופקודת אלעזר בן אהרון הכהן, שמן המאור וקטורת הסמים, ומנחת התמיד ושמן המשחה, פקודת כל המשכן וכל אשר בו, בקודש ובחיליו. וידבר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון לאמור, אל תכריתו את שבט משפחות הקהתי מתוך הלוויים, וזאת עשו להם, וחיו ולא ימותו, בגישתם את קודש הקודשים. אהרון ובניו יבואו, ושמו אותם איש איש על עבודתו ואל מסעו. ולא יבואו לראות כבלע את הקודש ומתו.
Okay, so that's where we're going to stop today. That's the end of the Parshah B'midbar, the first one. And we'll continue with the next Parashah on Monday. So basically, we were looking here at how each family within the Levites, they had a job to do. Everybody had their role. Everybody had a position. And I see that if, we have to ask Yahweh to show us what is our role, what is our purpose, what we have to do, right? What he is sending us to do. And then they weren't supposed to, should it be like intrude into the job of the other family of somebody else, right? So one family had to cover the altar and the menorah and the ark, and another family had to carry it, right? And they couldn't switch places. Each one had to do their role, right? And we see how Yahweh is just setting perfect order, even the way they were going to camp and everything in here. And interesting, like in the very first chapter, we were reading about counting the people who could serve in the army, so like the census, right? And in ancient times, the only one who could order a census was the king. So really this part in Numbers is establishing Yahweh as king and Israel as his nation, right? He is the sovereign and Israel is his nation. And if you see like the whole, it's also showing in the bigger picture that the priesthood and even the Mishkan is established on a legal basis, right? So people can come and challenge it or question it. He is the sovereign, right? And so that's kind of what I was going to share with that. So just to kind of recap. So we had the census, right? And I'm reading here there are 603,550 men who were numbered for the army, right? And then we read about the Levites serving, and they are replacing the firstborn, right? So there was a Levite representing each firstborn, and this was because Yahweh slew all the firstborn in Egypt. So from there, each firstborn in the tribes of Israel had to be represented by a Levite. They had to be set apart to Yahweh, right? So one comment I heard is that every single firstborn was supposed to be set apart for Yahweh. They were supposed to basically do similar serve Yahweh the way the Levites were doing. But because they sinned with the golden calf, then only the Levites were chosen. So that's an interesting thought too. Okay, and then we read about how they camped and how they would dismantle the Mishkan and how they would move it when they were transporting it. So that's what we were reading. And they camped in a certain formation, and they also traveled in the same formation, right? And each tribe had its own prince, its own leader, and it also had its own flag with its color and its emblem. So, just a lot of order, which is important. An important role of a king in ancient times was to bring order, right? Instead of chaos, order. And we see definitely that's what Yahweh does. So we can say the blessing to close. Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'kayem tamatohinu. Baruch atah Yahweh noten haTorah. Amen. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you on Monday. Shabbat Shalom, and have a blessed Shavuot tomorrow, and a blessed Shabbat.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.